Oh, hi everyone. My name is Frenzdhio Perez. I made a 3D model of a cell, particularly a fungus cell. I'm going to show it to you. But I just have to tell you, it doesn't look exactly like a fungus cell, but you'll get the point. As you can see, this doesn't really look like a fungal cell at all, but you may have to notice the glittering. I'll explain that later. But right now, I'm going to show you how I made this. Cue the time lapse. I made this out of recycled materials because I don't want to squander my money buying on new materials, new stuff. So that's what I came up with, and it really looks nice. So, cue the B-roll. Parts of a fungal cell are 1. The cell wall. Fungal cells have structures that are much similar to an animal cell, just like the presence of a plasma membrane, ribosome, and an endomembrane system, mitochondria, and the nucleus. This cell wall is just like the plant cell, but it is made of a different material. It's called chitin. And the second part is the cytoplasm, which is the gray part of my 3D model. The surface is a cytoplasm, which fills the space between the nucleus and the cell membrane. It's made of a fluid material called cytosol, which is mostly water, and it contains all the organelles in the cell. And then there's the genetic control organelles. The nucleus is the storehouse of genetic information in the form of DNA. And then there's the nucleolus, which is a dense region where small organelles, which are made for proteins, are assembled. So this is the portion where all the ribosomes are coming from. After they are formed in the nucleolus, these ribosomes pass through the nuclear pores in the cytoplasm where protein synthesis occurs. And then there's the endoplasmic reticulum. What are the endoplasmic reticuli? They are an interconnected network of thin and folded membranes filling much of the large portion of the cytoplasm. There are 2 types. There's the smooth and the rough. The only difference between the 2 endoplasmic reticulums are that the smooth one doesn't have ribosomes and the large one, or rather, the rough one doesn't have ribosomes. So what does it deal with? Something else I've noticed about the endoplasmic reticulum is that it looks like a maze. The inner portion of the endoplasmic reticulum maze is called the lumen, and it's desired for many processes such as the production of proteins and lipids. The rough endoplasmic reticulum is dotted with ribosomes that join amino acids together to form proteins. As you can see, proteins are made out of amino acids. The rough endoplasmic reticulum is the protein powerhouse or the protein factory, but there's something else about the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. It's where lipids are made, and they can also break down alcohol and drugs. And then there's the Golgi apparatus. From the ER, proteins are transported into layered stacks of membrane and closed spaces. The Golgi apparatus is made up of enzymes that further modify proteins. This is where the proteins are packaged, and it also acts as a storage warehouse for all the proteins that are not yet finished. Sometimes they are transported to other organelles within the cell or are carried to the membrane, where they will be secreted out of the cell. And then there's the vesicle, which is made out of the endoplasmic reticulum. A portion of endoplasmic reticulum encloses itself to form a vesicle where all the proteins can go out of the cell and to other cells. However, this is not always the case. The vesicle can upgrade to other two organelles. One is a vacuole and one is a lysosome. The vacuole is a sac made of fluid or filled with fluid, which is for the storage of materials needed by the cell, which includes water, food molecules, inorganic ions, and enzymes. And if you have noticed, they are much bigger than the nucleus. And then there's the lysosome. They are round-shaped membrane-bound structures containing chemicals that can break down materials in the cell. They contain a component called lysozyme that can defend a cell from invading bacteria and viruses. Sometimes they can break down damaged or worn-out cell parts. Meanwhile, there's a peroxisome. Similar to lysosomes, they also exist as small vesicles around the cell, surrounded by a single membrane containing digestive enzymes for breaking down toxic materials. They carry enzymes that require oxygen, such as the oxidative enzymes. They absorb nutrients that were acquired by cells. They also help in breaking down alcohol of the body. The fungal cell doesn't have a chloroplast. They can be any color they like. There's the mitochondria, which supplies energy to the cell. They are bean-shaped and have two membranes. The inner membrane has many folds that greatly increase the surface area. Basically, the mitochondria is like the energy powerhouse of the cell. It supplies the energy, and with the help of its DNA, it just furthers the energy process much better. And then there is the centrosome and the centriole. They aid in the division of cells. Without these, the cell cannot divide. It will die and it's gone. With the centrosome and the centriole, that's basically the reason why fungi grow, and sometimes they can heal wounds. Do fungi actually heal their wounds with cell division? So that's all of the organelles of the cell. I have to move forward and end this video. But before that, I might have to put an outro sequence. Well, I think that's all for the video today. I hope you enjoyed it. It's my first video blog for my project in biology. I hope you had a nice day and goodbye.